Hi guys and ghouls, so today I am attempting to build an Ikea Detolf for my hamster. Basically I have been looking for something bigger for Janet, my hamster, and the Ikea Detolf kept coming up basically, and I had watched all these kind of videos before and really liked them but just didn't really have the space for it. My hamster is currently at school and it definitely is in need of a bigger hamster house. So yes, I thought I'd have a look for the Ikea Detolf. They don't actually sell it anymore, but there's loads of them secondhand. I found one on Facebook Marketplace and picked it up yesterday. So I thought I'd film the process of kind of assembling it today, making the lid, because you do need to make your own lid for it. Because it is basically a display cabinet, but you take the door off and then try and make a lid. So people do it differently. You can kind of see on this one that they've put glass either side and then that bit's empty, but my hamster Janet loves to escape, hence why she needs a cage that's made of glass. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you along, and definitely it's a slightly cheaper way of making a really large house. It's double the size of the kind of recommended size for a Syrian hamster, so she'll have double the space that she's actually recommended to have, which is really good. And yeah, it's definitely a lot cheaper than buying a fish tank. A fish tank of that size would end up costing around £700, whereas I got this for £50. These are the shelves which fit across here. Yeah, it would be better if they were a bit wider, wouldn't it?
You may be able to use these in some fashion.
But it stops the glass from moving.
Well, or just falling in.
And so that needs tightening, does it?
I just want to put like a little aluminium. They come with these pads that you're meant to stick to the door, but they're like stuck onto there.
I guess because we got it second hand, so...
Yeah, so if I get some aluminium shim, like that kind of shape, it can tighten onto the aluminium rather than into the glass.
Cool, well, it's a really good size. Janet is going to have... I think Janet's house is probably about half of what that is currently. So, yeah, that's really good.
Right, so...
Other than making a lid, the other thing is that you can't really just leave it on a side like this. So lots of people put it on a table that's just too short, because it does have this like little bit of extra height either side, and potentially that will bow the glass. I mean, the glass is already bowing because we don't have anything there, whereas here I can sort of fit my finger under. Here I can't. Over time that could smash the glass, so I'm going to see if we can use these, which were meant to go on the bottom, just to space out along there, just to give it a bit of lift. Just on my way to the pet shop. It's now started raining, which is great. See if I can find any cute toys for Janet. one was super empty and it was quite expensive. They also have horrendous animal welfare in there, so I don't really like to shop in there that much. So I'm going to the next one. I was gonna go to TK Maxx and see if there was a code orange, but the queue is over an hour. Forgot how expensive this is. So while I've been gone, Mike's just adjusted these slightly so it's a nicer fit. They're also like not going anywhere now, which is good. So once, you know, they don't need to be lifted off. We've got this mesh here, which is quite thick, to go in the middle part. There is another glass shelf, but we just don't need it. I've seen some people use the other glass shelf to partition it. It's really handy having these metal parts so I can hang stuff off. So Mike's just making a bung to go in here. That just comes already like that. I thought maybe it's for putting a light through. So the stuff I got one of these Carefresh packs. I forgot how expensive these were, so I only got one. I was planning to get one of each colour, but I thought I'd just go for this one, which is a mixture, because they were a lot more expensive than I thought. So maybe come payday, it is more, it's better value to buy the massive bag, which is like 5 times this, but I just wasn't working with that kind of amount of money. So I bought this one for now, and then next time I'll buy the big one and I can share it between Janet and my gerbil, Trevor. So that can kind of be emptied in. I also got this Squeaky Box Club bag, it's so handy for this. Some really generalised paper bedding, which I thought could be nice. I've also got soil already, which is topsoil mixed with sand, and I've got some aspen bedding as well. So they'll have different beddings. I bought this super cute little tunnel, which I thought could go sort of like that, and then it can go in and then be hidden under a load of bedding. And I thought I was just going to use chew, but I thought with that she can chew on it. Got this cute little acorn garland. So the pet shop I got this from do loads and loads of these woodlands garlands, and they're so cute. I've bought like space ones before and things, but now I can actually just hook it on there, and on the other side maybe need to do it like that, and there can be a cute little garland. I got this one because I liked the pine cones, but although I could get pine cones for free, but I really liked these little acorns because we are in oak class. Well, it's going in my classroom, oak class. I got a snack mobile, which not really sure how it works, but I thought I could just hang it from something. I actually got this for Trevor because these are his favourite. So I got that. I also got a rope climbing frame. So again, I thought I could either from the lid or from the sides hang that up. So it'd be like a little climbing frame. Does that make sense? I need to have a look, but I think they're just on clips, so I should be able to clip that relatively easily because Janet loves climbing. I got a few of these little carrots, although she loves burying those, so won't see those for long. A couple of these bridges, because I've seen people make little dividing walls with them like this. They're almost like fences. I've already got a couple already in her tank. So these are little toadstools. They were just a couple of pounds each, and I know I've got loads of wooden toadstools, but I just thought it could go with the enchanted theme. And finally, last but not least, I got this because who doesn't need a little dinosaur? That's what we're working with currently. As I said, I've got a couple of bridges already. I've got a coconut, I've got like a little cone thing. I do have a wheel which will probably go at the end, but she really hates it. So I've made those a little bit shorter on both sides so it can still hang, but it won't, hopefully it won't mess up the glass. We'll see. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I would think that'd be about the pressure that Janet would cause. She could go under and it will move with her, so she won't get trapped, or she can go around the sides. There's a good gap on both of the sides, or she can climb up and over. Yay, perfect. Just made this kind of outer part of the frame, and started to weld them together just to get an idea. So that sits nicely on the metal bars inside. So yeah, now it just needs the mesh on it, then maybe put some handles so we can lift it off. Not planning to take the glass off ever, but this will be handy to lift off, and then I can clean it once a month. So it is now getting quite late. It's like 7 o'clock at night, nearly 7:30. We've been here since 12 doing bits and bobs. So we're probably gonna go home now, have a chill evening and come back tomorrow. But just as in the making and the construction of the cage, this is where it is by the end of today. Okay, so it's the next day. Got me my leftover pizza from yesterday to have, and a drink, and then we'll get going. So I often have trouble with Janet using a wheel, so I did buy her one, but she basically ruined it. So now we're just adapting, well, Mike's just adapting this old rat wheel. In the hopes that it will fit in. I'll go and show you the wheel itself. So here is the wheel. As you can see, it needs a bit of a clean, but it is really big. So that will fit in. Hang on. Put it there. You can see the wheel itself fits in, but with the white stand that Mike had, it was like sort of sitting like this. So he's just shortening the stand so that it will fit in and still turn. I did buy this really crazy pink one with swirls on it, and it had like a cover, and I think the cover was like to stop her falling out. but she only went in it to go to the toilet and that was it. So she used it as a litter tray instead of a wheel. Currently she doesn't have a wheel, and it's one of those things that's been like playing on my mind constantly because I know she needs a wheel, and her other house does fit one of these large wheels in. It's just, she just covers it all up with mud. So I'm hoping now that she's got this really long one, she can like dig and make all of her tunnels over on this side and then leave this side nice and clear with just a very thin layer of substrate for the wheel. So I'm thinking still keeping the dirt maybe on this side with the sand bath and the wheel and leaving it so she's going to find it really hard to fill this up with dirt, hopefully. And maybe she'll prefer this wheel. The other one, as I said, was around this size as well, so it's definitely big enough for her. And it wasn't so heavy she couldn't turn it because I had seen her running on it before. Yay, it's pumpkin coloured.
It's just plum.
Oh.
I'll leave it this colour if you want.
Yeah, I like it pumpkin coloured. Leave that to dry now. New pumpkin coloured stand.
You see, I just kind of rolled it over and then like twisted the ends over to pull it tight.
Oh, looks good. So, that looks so cool. It's actually really strong as well, so we'll be able to hang stuff off of it. The wheel is in, as you can see, with the new orange base. So, that is pretty much finished now. May add some handles at some point. The only other thing we need is just some feet to go underneath to stop it from bowing. So, Mike's done. You've made some feet. Picture over there, do you want to get one? No. They've got sticky things on them, so we're just going to move this now so we can stick them on.
Pushed it a bit to make it look like you did something.
I did.
Right, let's step it back towards us.
Just dropping it off at school now, and then I can assemble it tomorrow, hopefully with the children. It's quite windy, as you can see, but it's now ready to go in. I'm going to take it in tomorrow morning, and then I can spend the afternoon with the children setting it up, and they can, I've bought them some ice lolly so we can make some things out of the ice lolly sticks as well. So I will leave that here, and then I'll make another video, like a part 2 of the cage tour. But this is kind of the finalised look. But it's really windy, so I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below if it's anywhere you are. I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye!
of the week. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.